I think I'm sick.
Yeah.
But realistically, this is a mixed mash of random stuff that doesn't have any purpose or meaning.
Yeah.
I'm just doing whatever comes my way.
I would rather bring on a friend with less experience than someone who I think might be more experienced, but I have no idea who they are.
If your whole thing is like, give me money, give me money, give me money, it's like no one wants to work with you. The people that you are friends with and the people that will grow with you and make you your millions or your whole career out of that are going to be the same people 20 years from now. And sometimes there's better people than you, but it doesn't matter because you're the only person they trust.
Top of mind.
You're top of mind. Yeah. You're there. You've shaken hands. Have you guys ever tried to network and send a DM to someone that you looked up to and got no response? Or maybe you've asked someone to jump on their set and then same thing, just no response.
Crickets.
Unfortunately, this is what happens when you don't know how to network properly. And today we're going to show you the one thing that's actually going to transform the way you function when it comes to filmmaking and how to network, how to actually build real relationships around you. And so today we're going to show you guys the frameworks. We're going to bring you through exactly how to network in 2025, but more importantly, just in general, so people actually respond back to you.
Yeah. And we're going to be talking about the networking ladder, and we'll tell you guys exactly where you would fall on our personal networks.
As always, we have Juanjo and myself, Jason from Tenfold Production. And we used to do this as well all the time in the past, try to figure out how to network, get ghosted all the time. You'll hear my story on that. But ultimately, we've learned how to build real networks with real people and learn how to leverage that into real productions and paid projects. So let's lock in. Let's figure out how to network today.
All right, let's get right into it. What does networking look like to you?
Yeah, for me, networking is completely different from what the standard people think. It's like, it's not just going out to an event with your name tag being like, hi, I'm Jason. I run video production. Like I used to do this too.
Really?
I used to go to this random place that was small business only. And then everyone there was like one job only. Like they had one career.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I run a construction business. I run whatever. And then it came to my turn. I stood up like, hi, I'm Jason. I run a video production company. And I had so much imposter syndrome back then. Like video production. And I just sat back down, like red beat face. I'm like, what am I here for? Why am I here? And I hated that. That's like the worst thing ever. Because it just feels so not personable at all. Mm-hmm. And then over time, we've discovered like what networking really is. And it's really just a combination of like, who do you know?
Sure.
And like, how strong is that bond as well? And we're going to go through that at the end through our ladder framework. And it'll make a lot more sense in terms of like who you are, how are you connected to other people, and then how can you build your network, especially as you're growing into more of a larger production scale. Networking is everything, right? It's like who you know, it's how you're going to get money. It's going to sustain you forever. And ultimately, if you don't do it properly, you are going to fall back. So yeah, we had the small business version, which I knew I hated. Yeah. And so this was the first time, I'm going to tell you guys a story that kind of changed the whole trajectory of like what I thought networking was. Okay. And how it actually affects you as someone that's trying to reach out or grow your business or just put yourself out there. Yep. Because in this day and age, I probably get a new message every day saying like, hey, can I be on one of your projects? Can you jump on a call with me? Can you show me the ropes? Yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
For sure.
And unfortunately, I don't have that much time to respond to every single person or, I would love to, but at the same time, like what I'm about to say is going to make a lot more sense in terms of how to properly reach out to people and to build real relationships, right? Which is all networking is. So years ago when I first started, probably after my first year, probably like the end of 2019, I was stressed. I was like doing terribly. Probably made like 15K my first year. Just imagine.
Not good.
Dead. Yeah. Just doing all that stuff, right? But then I saw like this production company, Tier Zero, doing cool stuff. Sick. And I remember reaching out to one of the founders and I was like, hey, please give me a chance. I didn't really say it like that, but I was saying like, hey, love your work. Like, if you guys ever need me, I got you. Right? Classic line.
This will get them.
This will get them. Like, how can you say no? I'm offering free work right now. And they're like, thanks, I appreciate it. And like, if anything ever comes up, we'll let you know. What do you think that means?
That means Don't ever DM me again, bro.
Yeah, you're cooked. And I'm like, even as I was sending that message, I felt it in my bones.
You already knew what
I was
coming.
like, why did I say this? Like, I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah.
And I got that message, and I'm like, it's kind of reconfirmed. And then again, I totally understand now, right? Because I know where I'm at now, and I'm like, in that position, getting a message like that is like, even though I kind of knew them through people, and maybe I've kind of worked adjacent to them,
Sure.
definitely not at their scale. I thought like knowing them sort of was gonna get me on set with them, right? But then I got that message and I'm like, oh snap, I am nobody, right? Because back then I was doing nothing. My portfolio was nothing. I didn't have anything to showcase like I was legit. And so like almost in a way, what am I even gonna provide these guys? Like what service or what help is me going to them that they wouldn't just get someone in their own circle to do first?
Yeah.
Right. Like these guys aren't small time. So like they had a network of people. You were probably in that sphere around some-ish time as well, because you were interning for them maybe a few years later.
Yeah. A few years later.
Ultimately, like, that's the whole thing is like, even if you were there earlier, they would have went to you first probably if they needed like help on other stuff. Yeah. So long-winded way to say, I realized I was bad back then. And there's a reason for that. Right. And so I just took it upon myself to go and get better. And so this is point number 1 of this whole thing about networking. It sounds like it's not related, but it's 100% related, right? You have to prove to yourself and to other people, more so for other people when it comes to networking, that you care about what you're doing, that you're willing to put in the work yourself, and that you're trying, right? Because ultimately, we started grinding, we started putting out work, we started doing all these things. And then a few years later, the same founder was like, messaged me DM out of nowhere in the blue. It's like, yo, I see what you're doing. Keep going, keep crushing it. And I'm like, oh, I stopped caring about that. And my whole thing was like, I'm just going to put in work. I'm going to control what I can control. Yeah. And if other people don't want to work with me, it's not their fault, right? It's not like they have like a personal slight or anything like that. It's just like, yo, I just wasn't ready back then. And I didn't position myself in a way that like made sense for them to even try to work with me, right? Yeah. What am I showcasing at that point? And so it just proved to me in the long run that I'm like, I just need to do what's best for myself and not wait for permission in a sense as well. And so here's how this kind of layers up. To this day, when I get messages, what works for me and what doesn't work for me, right? If someone paints someone into a position where they have to say yes or no, psychologically, it makes it much tougher, right? Because I'm sitting here doing nothing, right? Let's just use hypothetically me, right? This just happened actually. I'm sitting here doing a podcast with you. Yeah. We're just having a good time. We're chilling. Yeah. Someone messages me and is like, hey, if you need someone on a job, let me know, I got you. That forces me in a corner.
You gotta make a decision now.
I gotta make a decision on like, oh yeah, next time on set, I'll call you up. The other option is like, no. It's like.
And to be fair, even getting put in that position kind of shifts me towards a negative. Because now I'm like, oh, now you're gonna make me respond to this?
That's why I don't respond to people. Because you haven't proven to me that I should care. Yeah. You're asking something from me, but I'm not really getting anything from you at this moment as well. Yeah. So it's like, I'm going to put on all this work. I'm going to set up a project, and then let me bring on this person that I've never met. Right. And so you'll understand why this all matters later on. And again, if you're one of these people, don't feel hurt. Usually I'm just busy. Yeah. We don't have a production going on, and I'm not really that guy right now. Right. Yeah. That is the person that like,
you're not that guy.
I'm not the producer either. So it's not like I'm making the final choices on who goes on set.
That's also very true.
And so it's also finding who the right people are. Yeah. But ultimately my point is like, I sometimes do still make these decisions, but this ladders up to the next one, which is I'm going to look at your work. Right. And so there's like layers to this. The first one is the message good? Okay. Right? And so here's the better way to do that message. Just compliment me. Just be like, hey, love your work. Super inspiring. please keep doing what you're doing. Like that recent Adidem job, I wasn't even on it, but like that recent DJI job that you did, like that shot you did in the middle with the ball, man, some of my favorite, like I've been following you guys for so long, some of my favorite stuff.
If you're a filmmaker who's technically skilled, but you're stuck doing the 1 to 2K jobs, you're not alone. And funny enough, that was me 5 years ago. I had gear, I had talent, I was grinding, but my career felt like it was moving in slow motion and I wasn't really getting anywhere. I didn't need another YouTube tutorial. I needed a system that I could follow. And that's why we built Cinematic Portfolio Mastery. This is a 8-week program to help filmmakers like you break out of the pricing plateau and build a spec project that finally gets you taken seriously. We give you the roadmap, the mentorship, and the community you've been missing, and something I really wish I had 5 years ago when I started doing this. So you can stop spinning your wheels and start getting paid like a real creative professional, because that's what we all want to do. If you're tired of being stuck in a creative loop, join the CPM waitlist in the link in the description below, and let's build the project that unlocks your next level.
Do you realize that like how much more freeing that is for me? Because now I just got complimented.
Yeah.
And there's no ask for me. There's no like give or take.
Yeah.
He just gave, right? This person just gave and they're like, yo, keep inspiring. End of conversation.
Yeah.
Already you can feel that difference. If you got that, you're like, oh, nice.
So much easier to respond.
It's so much easier to respond. Because I almost always say, thanks, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now the doors have been opened.
Yeah.
And now you can start.
Now you've established contact with Jason Dam.
There's contact now. You can build rapport now. Be like, hey man, like, you know, like that's it. You know, it's like you just want to keep doing your like cool stuff. Hopefully there's like cool projects down the line. I'm still watching like what you guys are doing. Can't wait to see it on YouTube. Like, cool. Wow. Oh, this is great. Like this guy really cares about like what we're doing and they haven't asked for anything yet.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, cool, sick, man. Appreciate it.
You're about to get hella DMs now.
Yeah. But even then, it's like sometimes it's okay to just end it there.
Yep.
Right? The first contact, you leave it on a good footing. Great. If you leave the first message really strong, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check your page. Because I'm like, you've passed the barrier for me to care.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're like, you're just a nice person. You're trying to learn, whatever that is, wherever you are in your career. Maybe you're already seasoned and you're like a legit DP or whatever. Still, I'm just going to check and make sure like, oh yeah, cool. What are you up to? And so this relates back all the way back to the Tier 0 story.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, when you sent that DM to them,
yeah,
what did your portfolio look like at that point? What did they see?
It was just barbershop videos and coffee shop videos, right? Like I had nothing to really prove for myself. And I was just doing work that maybe back then with a bit of like Dunning-Kruger of like effect of like, I think I'm sick.
Yeah.
But realistically, this is a mixed mash of random stuff.
Yeah.
That doesn't have any purpose or meaning.
Yeah.
I'm just doing whatever comes my way.
And for context, they were doing like lots of sports.
Yeah, they were doing stuff that I was actually like really into, like Nike and Lululemon and all these brands. And I'm like, oh, that's what I want, right? Yeah. So obviously I'm going to reach out to the people that, you know, are doing the stuff that you want to be doing, much less like people that are reaching out to us now, right? And
but on your page, like it doesn't show that.
Are you talking about like right now?
Like back in the day.
Oh, back in the day?
That DM, it's like,
yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, and they're like,
they already knew who I was too.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
It's just like, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
it's like, even if I know people right now, if you don't really fit into a certain mold or pocket for me, or like the relationship started off on like a give and take type of thing where like you're already asking for me for stuff. It's like, oh my God, this is a lot, right? It's like, it's the way it's presented and the optics of everything. Yeah. You have to know how you're making people feel, right? And so coming back to this whole thing, if I see someone that is putting in the work, they're not asking for a handout, they're grinding irregardless if I say yes or no.
Yeah.
That stuff is super inspiring because I know what that feels like. And much like how Tier 0 came back afterwards, it was like, yo, see what you guys are doing. Keep up. That's kind of the same energy that I'm trying to like, I understand where that's coming from now.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I will keep an eye out on people and what they're doing if I see potential in them, right? But the potential is also added with the proof, right? Like they're building stuff out for themselves. They're proving without me and having me say like, do more jobs and then eventually we'll work together. It's like, no, they're already just doing it. and they're hustling. That's why I talked to you guys in the beginning, because you guys were already proving yourself through Doghouse that you're grinding, you're putting in the work. So when we talked, I already knew who you guys were, right? At that point. And I'm like, I'm just talking like business to business at this point. But for you, it's like a whole different thing, because like years after you're like, or like year after you're like, yo, that was a lot of money you were offering. And we were gonna take it for sure, right? But then for me, I'm like, oh yo, I just want to see if you guys are down for this, you know? And so again, it's always just like balance of this relationship. It's like, if you're not to say that people are lower than us or above us, whatever, that's not my point. It's like optically, if you feel like you're reaching up and trying to like get from people, it's like, I don't know how to help that sometimes. Like, go get it yourself.
Yeah. That energy does translate very, very clearly on the way you move on the social media.
100%. And so when I see people, again, my point, I see them, there's potential, they're grinding, they're proving it themselves. Immediately, they just move up onto the rungs of like, oh, cool. I definitely could find ways to do what you're doing and like bring it into our system. Or I see where you're trying to go with your commercial work, and like it just needs some polish. Like let's I can see how we can like start to collaborate. And like, even if you come on to as BTS and as a PA or whatever, like that's what you did first, right? It's like you started like, did that project, proved it, and then we're like, cool, I know you're legit now. Only way I can find that makes sense for us right now, it's like, you're not going to be directing a project for us immediately. It's like, do you want to start to get integrated into our systems? Do you want to start with BTS? Because like, as much as it is, the BTS role for us is almost equally as important as another big role, because you need to show up, you need to actually get very specific stuff, and you need to know how to navigate that space without being a weirdo. Not to say that weirdos aren't allowed on our sets. It's more so like, is the energy going to flow, right? Can we trust you to show up at the right time? And so even though people think like, oh, I'll just PA, or I'll just be BTS for you, it's like, that's a big role, man. It's like, even in PAs, we care a lot about the PAs and the people that are like in our space, because it's an energy flow.
It's not an easy job.
It's not an easy job either. It's like, are you down to hustle and put in the work to get there as well? It's hard in all places, but at the end of the day, people get brought onto set. It's like, are you nice to hang out with? That's it.
That's a huge thing, yo. It's huge.
It's huge.
And how am I supposed to know that from a DM from a stranger being
exactly?
Like,
just be like,
let me pull up.
Give me some time. I'm like, oh, that's not really where we can start. And so that's pretty much it when it comes to how I start to see it from the other way. Hopefully this is helpful for other people to see, oh, okay, cool. When I do reach out, how do I approach this? How are other people feeling? How would you want to be treated if people reach out to you as well? Right. And then obviously this is how I keep into account, like, okay, doing jobs, working, proving themselves, I can understand and see how this is going to flow out. I also might not have a job right now at the time. And so you might just be hitting me at the wrong time, or I'm busy, whatever that is. And so, you know, networking is a continuous game.
But that's also why it's kind of important. Like you said, that's a great point. It might not be the right time, but you don't want to be that guy who's only showing up when there's an opportunity. Because you don't, like, personally, I would rather bring on a friend with less experience than someone who I think might be more experienced, but I have no idea who they are. So I
have a great story for this.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's more important to build an actual relationship as opposed to like a working or transactional relationship.
Perfect way to put it. Networking is not transactional. And a lot of people, and I felt this before, sometimes you meet someone in person and by the end of it, they're like, oh, so like, you got jobs? That's the energy they're putting out. And it's like, no one likes that, right? It's like, obviously, I know what the deep down secrets are. If we're meeting at like a very specific networking space, we're all trying to get jobs from each other.
We know what's going on.
We know what's going on. But we're not going to say it. I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show my hands and be like, give me money. Right? It's like, hey, the best people that have reached out to us, that has actually turned into work in the future, have been people that just genuinely cared and were interested, and they didn't ask for anything. And then we actually end up like if we can joke about stuff, if we can be real friends, then you're one rung up. This is all leading to the ladder framework we're talking about.
It's cooking, guys.
It's cooking.
Once I started to take everything before the shoot a lot more seriously, that's when I started getting hired. That's why I created the pre-production playbook. And this is the system that I built to help you do exactly that. It shows you how to plan, pitch, and prep like a DP who's ready for 10K plus work. No more winging it, no more hoping your instincts will save you. If you're tired of being overlooked, click the link in the description below, grab the playbook, and start leading like a professional director of photography and getting the work that you always dreamed of.
Yeah, that's all it is, right? It's like we're gonna meet so many people in our lives.
Yep.
If your whole thing is like, give me money, give me money, give me money, it's like no one wants to work with you.
Yep.
Right? The favorite people that I work with on set to this day, and I'm sure for you guys as well, is people that I enjoy spending time with. We get to joke and laugh around in between shots and stuff like that. And then when we're working, right? And it's like we're locked in for this core purpose together. And when everyone can align that way, it's great. And I'll go back to this thing that happened to us recently. We were shooting for just a little recap thing that we do as a favor, right?
Yeah.
And like we've been doing this for a few years. We called out sent out like a poll, not like a poll, but like just like an eyes in search of on our stories.
On the Instagram stories.
Just be like, hey, we need this thing for like a shoot. We had a couple people reach out to us, right? Here's a perfect example of how this might work, right? And let's just dive right into the ladder framework actually, because this is a perfect example.
Okay.
We needed someone for this shoot, right? Our normal people that we would have to shoot for this were just not available.
Yeah.
Someone was injured, someone was busy, stuff happens. But now we got to go out to the outside world and make a decision. Okay, so at the very top, the people that get brought in immediately are
Top of the rung.
Top of the rung, right? There's 5 rungs here.
Yeah.
Top of the rung, you get the people that you've already worked with that you can trust.
Yeah.
So automatically they get the job. They get the first ask, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah. They've passed all
They've
the other
passed
rungs.
all the rungs. And this will loop back into all the tier 0 stories, all these different things. Because like at the top of the rung, you get the people that you trust. I'm always gonna go for these people. And then if that job is fulfilled, that role is filled, I'm not gonna ask anymore, right? And then no one even knows that job exists.
Yeah.
Secondly, I'm gonna get still if that first person is not available, right? The person we trust, we're gonna go for someone that's vouched, right? And so that just means someone else that we've worked with that we trust has brought this person in, and we're like, oh, we can trust this person. Yeah. Right? Like, oh, that specific thing you need, it's like we know this person can do it. And so they get automatic dibs after, that first top person. Yeah. So that's the 4th rung.
And
right?
side tangent. I've been vouched for a lot in my life. And if you are vouched for by someone, you're pulling up representing that person.
Yes.
So if you are ever in a privileged position to get vouched by somebody, always show up with the right energy and the right attitude, because you're not only representing yourself, you're representing someone else's trust. So yeah, pull up and be good.
Also, it's your first impression.
Yeah.
So if you ever want more jobs and more work from those people, it's like you show up, you put in the work, you don't make people's lives more difficult. And just because you have like, just because you were brought on set here, it does not mean you've crossed the barrier to be brought into every set.
Yeah.
Like
this is the real job interview now.
Yeah, that is the job interview. Because if you don't show up or whatever, it's like you're just not gonna get brought on again.
Yeah, and imagine what that looks like on the other person who vouched for you.
Yeah.
So don't be like that.
Yeah, because maybe I won't hire that person anymore.
Oh, and then you mess it up for everybody. Oh.
Crazy. But again, this is just the reality of things. It's like you show up, there's like money involved. There's like reputations involved.
Yeah.
So yeah, the vouch is everything. So that's the 4th on the rung.
Or the second highest.
The second highest. Yeah. Sorry, second highest. So we go the 5th rung,
top
4th rung.
Okay, yeah, 5, 4.
5, 4.
3.
So 3 is people we've met before, but we haven't worked with them before.
Okay.
And so what this means is sometimes when you talk to people, you can actually get them out for coffees or lunch or whatever that is. But the people that I've met and I've shaken hands with automatically beat out the people underneath, which are like people that I've only met through DMs.
For sure.
Right? Because then I can't I don't even know what you are in person, right? Like, are you able to carry conversation? Are you crazy? Are you nice? You know, like there's a lot of questions involved, right?
Yeah.
And so these people is like, at least minimum, I've had a coffee with you.
Yeah.
And like, I know what you're about. I know what you do. It's like, yo, now it's our opportunity to like test some stuff out. But automatically, it doesn't feel like I'm meeting you for the first time. So I can trust you a little bit more. There's a little bit more trust and rapport built halfway through. And so that's that layer, right? But even at this point, it's still kind of rocky, right? Because like we don't know what you're capable of necessarily. Yeah. I'm only basing it off of, and if I've had a meeting with you in person, usually means like your work's probably decent. And that you're trying, or even that's the big one, like you're trying.
Yeah.
And then like the relationship that we've started off of, probably a DM, was pretty chill and open.
Yeah, you've passed the other 2 rungs.
You passed the other 2 rungs, right? Yeah. So the second rung, one up from the bottom, is we've had a good conversation on DM. And so the barrier is quite low here, right?
Yeah.
But it means that like at least we've talked somewhere, right? And back to what Wanda was saying earlier, I won't even get through that. I'm jumping around. Yeah, so this one's just getting to know and talking to someone. So you've gone past that first barrier. So again, now it's super blind still. Like I don't really know 100% what we're doing here. Or even when we get on set, I'm like, hi, nice to meet you. Right? Yeah. It's like, that's still the energy.
Yeah.
And so you can see how it gets really tricky the lower and lower you get, because it's a built trust thing, right?
Yeah.
And all these levels of trust keep scaling up. So you're trying to get to that top place where you've worked with someone before on set and you have a really good time working with them, right? And they trust you. You're like, I need that person back. Like they showed up, heavy work ethic. They were listening, proactive. They were just like on it the whole day, never complained. And then they're just like, they know when to laugh. They know when to talk.
Yeah.
Right? Like sometimes people are like, do I make random jokes and try to be funny? It's like, no. Just show up on the set and like try your hardest, try to be attentive and try to be like, make people's lives easier, but don't jump ahead and be like, doing some crazy stuff just because you don't know what to do. It's like people will tell you what to do.
Yeah.
And then you just be smart. I know common sense is hard to say like, oh, just common sense, but like think about what's happening right now. You're in a position where people brought you on to trust you to do your job. Like either they're going to tell you, don't do stuff that's erratic.
Yeah, behave yourself.
Just behave yourself, right? And that's it. Make people's lives easier, and they'll call you back, right? The last final rung, as always, is a complete blind. Like we're desperate. It doesn't matter, right? Just come on, sure.
Yeah.
And that's the trickiest and riskiest because again, energy is so huge on set.
Yeah.
You just gotta show up, and we hope for the best. And hope this is the right person for the shoot. But yeah, that's the whole ladder foundation. It's built on trust, right? And this is what networking is as well. How do you, in a way, finesse yourself to the top?
Yeah.
Where you can land on someone's set and actually show up properly and build a real long-term relationship.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good framework because like ask yourself, if you are reaching out to someone for work, look at the ladder and see where you are, which rung you're on that ladder, and really think critically of my odds of getting onto this set or whatever. But based off like the things we've talked about, it's not difficult to get up there.
No. I think you just got to put in the time and energy to like care.
And then don't just jump at it and try and grab it.
Yeah.
It's like
put in the work, It's like, you also, sure, everyone tells you just get on a set and you'll learn some stuff, whatever. You got to shoot some numbers too, right? It's like, you're not going to just message us and be like, all right, I'm done. No one else is going to message me or let me on the set or whatever. But now knowing this, you know how to properly message someone to actually get them on your good side. It's a bit of psychology, right?
Yeah.
Don't ask on your first time. Like that's just not good sales, right? It's like, especially in this case, when you have no leverage, the whole point is like, you're fresh. What do you have to offer for someone else? In this case, it's probably just going to be your time and energy and effort.
Yeah, and that's not enough, unfortunately.
And that's not enough, but it is if you just present it in the right positioning.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, hey, I'm just hungry to help. It's like, but figure out how to find rapport first, right? It's like, yeah, we know you want to jump on set.
Yeah.
Even if people message me without it, I'm like, I kind of know if you're in my local area, it's like what we're trying to do here. But you know, you got to find how you can meet real people.
Yeah.
And show up and just be a nice person. Sometimes you can cheat this, right? So say you go into like a filmmaking, you know, meetup or whatever. It's like, then you can skip, you know, 1 and 2, which is the DMs, and actually just meet people in real life.
Yeah.
If we're at the same event and you come up to me and you shake my hand and be like, hey, really love what you guys are doing. It's like, I've been following Tenfold for a while. You've just jumped 2 rungs. Because now I'm going to ask you like, oh, like, what do you do? Like, what are you up to? What kind of filmmaker are you trying to be? Now I'm going to find people at my doorstep being like, I'm skipping the first 2 rungs. Hey, but yeah, there's that's other ways, right? We'll skip this for now. We'll go into like the unintentionality of like finding networking through different pathways.
Okay.
Right. This is one of the most underrepresented versions of networking, and I think it's one of the most valuable ones. Yeah. Because over years, this method has like landed us probably like $300,000-$400,000 worth of revenue. Okay. And only through like 2-3 people. And what this is finding networking in unfamiliar places, or more specifically, places that you feel comfortable with too, right? And so people think, I got to go do Saturday, 7:00 p.m. I got to go to this meeting and shake some hands. It's like, no, most of the people that I found that actually ended up paying me is like, or finding work together is through running, right? And that was just something that I had been doing regardless of filmmaking. And it was something that I was interested in, and it kind of still gravitated close towards the stuff that I was doing outside of filmmaking and inside of filmmaking. And so it kind of just blended all the worlds. I'm like, cool, I can kind of like shoot in this world, but I can also just like enjoy it and meet people through it. Yeah. And so naturally through running, I was just shaking hands, meeting people on our weekly like run clubs, because I was like in the space. I was just trying to connect with whoever I could. And it didn't feel like I was trying to pitch people. It was just like, oh, yo, you're doing cool stuff. Like, what's up? How's like, tell me about that, right? You're being a real genuine person. And then you just have a ton of friends that are all kind of mixed within different worlds, right? Because in the run world, it's like, you're not like runner's not your job. You're just doing that as like a pastime. Yeah. So then these people all have businesses. They have like aspirations as well. And you're like, oh, have you ever thought of like shooting a commercial around that? Like you already have these connections. So this is another way of like leveraging other people's networks as well to work for you. And so this could work for anyone, right? And so say for yourself, like you're big into soccer, right? Easiest thing you could do is go to games.
Yeah, exactly.
Spend time watching games with like, you know, who are the sports photographers in the city? Who's interesting? Who's doing cool stuff in the sports, in the soccer world? Who's running magazines? Is there any like events showing up? And all you gotta do is go there. And then naturally you're just gonna be like, because you have the same hobbies and you have the same like passion for things, you just naturally connect with people. Yeah. And not everyone is someone for your reel. Because just because you met someone like, oh yeah, I work at like KPMG, the accounting firm.
That's the next lead.
Like, oh yeah, do you need video? Which is like a joke that we always have. Like, especially in the beginning, it's like every person that would like own a business or something, they're like, you need a video? And I'm like, obviously that's not the point, but it's kind of the point, right? Yeah. It's like the relationship might blossom into something or it might not. But having an expectation to be like, this person needs to give me a job. It's like, that's just never going to come then.
That's transactional.
That's super transactional. Perfect word, right? So through filmmaking and through running, I eventually found people that were like, oh yeah, I actually have this like event coming up. And this is kind of how it all started. It's like, I've got this event coming up. So you want to like, you don't have to shoot it, but like, you want to shoot it? It's like, yeah, I actually do want to shoot that. And then that turned into like a doc with that person. I'm talking about Q specifically. And then by the end of the year, I had a doc, had more experience, I was shooting stuff. And then I'm like, Q, you have a lot of relationships too. It's like, what are you doing? What are you up to now? It's like, yeah, I'm doing this thing over here. It's like, hey, I can find ways to connect and make your life easier. Because like, oh, you need video for that? Obviously, this is like a long relationship. Like one of my closest friends too. Like, oh, obviously we've built this rapport. And so it goes both ways to figure out like some things he's doing. It's not video related. Yeah. And so I'm not going to force that in there. But some things I'm like, I get to put my creative energies into being like, I see some connection here. I think we can turn this into something cool.
Yeah.
And so it just ultimately turns into like multiple docs that we've done, real big paid campaigns and commercials. And then that stuff stacks into your portfolio, which ultimately leads into the bigger paying jobs.
Yeah.
Did I assume from day one this person was going to become a super close friend, but also at the same time land us a ton of jobs? Probably not. But sometimes you have a feeling. Sometimes you're like, I think there's something cool here.
Yeah. And I think just building the friendship is so important. Because like you were saying, your relationship with that person was over the span of a long time.
Yeah.
And those are really important because that's where the trust comes in. And like I was saying before, I would rather work with someone who I already like, who I'm friends with. I like helping my friends out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
And friends like helping you out.
That's exactly the thing. They're going to fight for you. And when they see an opportunity, like I love when people are like, they see someone else's story and they send it to me.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I need this guy needs a wedding videographer.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think you understand what I do.
I appreciate
but
the
I
energy.
appreciate the effort because
Yeah.
sometimes people, you know, they know you do video, but they don't know what kind and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I love that because maybe we're not that deep of a friendship in that case where you know exactly, not a lot of people know exactly what I do, but for the right people, they know exactly what I offer and stuff like that based on that relationship. But in this case, the perfect way of saying is like the people that you are friends with and the people that will grow with you and make you your millions or your whole career out of that are going to be the same people 20 years from now. Right. And so you got to look at like who you surround yourself with, right? What kind of circle you're trying to build as well. And then like who's going to help continue to bring you up and vice versa. It should go both ways.
Yeah.
How can you find someone that you're like, oh, if something pops up, that's the first person I think of. Right. And it goes, and that's how you build real relationships.
Okay. So let's say you don't know me at all.
Yeah.
Complete random. We've never made contact.
Yeah.
If I wanted to climb up this ladder, how should I go about it?
Yeah. So it's quite deep here.
Yeah.
But at the simplest form, you have to start to figure out and just sit there for the weekend, right? It's Friday when we're recording this. So for you, it'd be like, all right, I'm going to spend a Saturday and Sunday sitting down, figuring out, well, where do I spend most of my time? How do I spend my time? Like, am I big into cars? Am I already going to these car meetups? Am I really, like, what is your deeper, like, pull in the things that you do outside of filmmaking?
Yeah.
Right. And then how can you start to incorporate that and find ways to connect? There's always money in any industry. And so if people are like, oh, well, I guess I'm just going to start a new hobby, one that has money in it. It's like, what? You're going to start into like the dental care community that you have zero connection to.
That's
it's like
a crazy hobby.
No, you're already doing things, right?
Freelance dentist.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, are you already going to soccer games? Are you connecting with the people in that soccer world?
Yeah.
Because how do you become known as that category king, right? It's like, oh, Wando, yeah, if you want soccer stuff in Canada, that's the guy. Kind of like how, like, you know, you think of like Tagwa, you know, I think about like photographers.
Shout out Darby.
Darby #1.
Yeah.
It's like, also, that was one of my earlier videos that we shot too. And so it's like, that's just kind of the connection of like, who's doing cool stuff out here?
Yeah.
How do we connect? How can you also like find ways to connect with people closer to your level? Because that's a great relationship starter too, that you guys can start growing together, which is what we did, right? And not always trying to chase for the people 10 steps, 20 steps ahead of you.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I would just look at, you know, what is your local network right now? How can I fill it with more videographers, people at your local level, getting super good at understanding what your local network even looks like. So you should just know everyone, right? Like, how do you become part of that circle? Because if someone knows you for something, they're just going to, hey, I know no one else. Juan's the only person I know that does soccer filmmaking. That's my guy right there.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's better people than you, but it doesn't matter because you're the only person they trust.
You're top of mind.
You're top of mind.
Yeah.
You're there. You've shaken hands.
Yeah.
That's all, right? So then connect with your local market as much as you can, especially if it's like newer videographers around your level. Just be like, hey, just wanted to connect. I think your work is sick. That's it.
Yeah. Show up in the comments. I think the comments is a really good place
Comment,
to be.
yeah, show up, be consistent. Like, you know, especially if you're not busy, right? If you're not busy, you should be connecting with everyone. That should be what your downtime is for.
Yeah.
Right? And then, like I said before, in between the downtime, you got to work on yourself. You got to build that self-confidence too through the work. And so that you actually have proof for people, especially when you're going to find something that changes psychologically when you put out a piece of work and then you start reaching out to people. You're like, I got some confidence here. I just did something cool.
Yeah.
Right. You got to build that up and do that over and over. So then it's either that or you're working with you're working or you're building a network. And then more or less, that's kind of it. You kind of have to just start grinding your way and finding like these little pockets that will open up doors for you. And these are the relationships that ultimately are going to become like your long-term relationships. Yeah. Right. Once you find that little pocket for yourself of like, hey, this person does this, this person does this, we can all do cool stuff together. Naturally, it just forms and allows you to like, hey, are we all trying to do cool stuff together? Yep. And we all have specific roles that we're trying. It's like perfect. Those are the people you want to like cling on to. And if you have really good energy together, then the sky's the limit, because that person for you is maybe like Charlie, for example, back in Doghouse. Like,
yeah, I mean, like that's a great point. Even for like when I was starting Doghouse, my production company, I just reached out to my friends. I mean, like we were all doing work together anyway, so it made sense. Yeah. But then when I knew Charlie because we worked together for a long time, and we didn't originally start together, but then Charlie I knew was really a great cinematographer, and he was grinding, and he knew a lot about cameras. And when I told him about this event we were doing, I was like, you should pull up. And I wasn't telling him to pull up because I was like, oh, this guy's really good, he's gonna make my video better. I told him to pull up because I knew him and he was my friend. Yeah. And like that jumps you across the ladder. Yeah. Way up real fast. And then from there, like everyone that I work with, I know personally or are working really hard. Yeah. Like anyone that I bring onto my sets, I either know them as a friend and I know that they can do a decent job, or are people that I admire and I wanted to work with them. Like, you are fantastic at lighting, and I've seen all the work you do, and you've never even reached out to me for work. Maybe like you like leave a comment on my videos like, this is sick. Like, that's awesome. That's super nice of you. Those are the types of people that I'm going to be like, yo, I really need someone to fill out this gaffer role. Like, please pull up to my set. Yeah. You know? Yeah. A recent example that happened was the on shoot. Owen reached out because we put an ISO out. Yeah. Looking for a shooter. Shout out to Owen. Killed it on that shoot. Like, really took some big hits on his rollerblades. Yeah. But he locked in and he got the shoot done. And he reached out of the blue. But when he came back and we met in person, it's like, I'd been following you guys for a while and I was scared to reach out. Mm-hmm. Him not reaching out would have meant that I would have never have met him. Yeah. Unless we like did a meetup or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, but you do have to put yourself out there. And so as much as I'm saying like, I might not read your stuff sometimes, it's still good to reach out. In the right way. In the right way. Yeah. Right. And just focus on trying to build real relationships and not making transactional. Because I can see through it. People can see through it. They just know. Right. And so that's all a rounded out way to say, you just gotta put in the work, get over the fear. I think a lot of people struggle the most, especially some of our like CPM students. It's just getting over the fear of working with one new person, right? And sometimes that snowballs very quickly, because once you understand how to ask people properly and how to like position yourself, leverage yourself to like really try to do cool work together. And when you're all in the same position, you're just like, I'm here to try. Let's do work together. It's like when this comes from a genuine place, you can make a lot of real relationships very quickly. It's just, you got to just shoot your shot, right? In the right way. In the right way, ultimately. So yeah, that's about it. That's like the general framework for networking. And if you guys can do this, and if you guys can get comfortable with it, you're going to realize that you're not a better filmmaker as a solo one-man band. There is absolutely no way that's going to happen, right? But it is a phase, right? Probably your first year, reaching into your second, you should start looking for people immediately. Because then you're capped, you don't have the resources, all these different things. You're going to be stuck at that level forever. That's true. It's true, unfortunately. But I need you guys to just like, there's more on the other side. And giving people chances and like learning how to navigate that space is ultimately going to end up being a better place for you as a filmmaker. Yeah. So thank you
for checking in with the Unfold podcast as always.
Yeah.
If you guys want to learn how to do this at scale, we are actually doing CPM one more time for the end of the year. Cinematic Portfolio Master. We love it. This is where students get brought in. We show them how to find their creative direction, the clarity on who they are, and then we show them how to elevate their taste and get them to that next level. How do you actually shoot something that gets seen and gets visibility from the right people?
And gets paid.
And gets paid. That's the biggest one. And then we show you how to do the production side of things, how to market it properly, how to actually build and use these frameworks to make your life so easy. Because once you learn this once, people do specs so much faster.
Yeah.
They actually bring these skills over to real paid projects. And then their lives are just like completely changed.
Wow.
I don't think you go through that and not realize there's like a whole new world and a way to do this. And I would say almost all of our students have been like, I see there's another way to do this.
Yeah.
But now I just got to put in the work. And so if you guys want us to show you how to do this over 8 weeks, there's 3 calls a week where we pretty much guide you hand on how to actually make your spec project and how to market it. I think it's a complete game changer. If you guys are interested in signing up, there's only 50 spots. Check the description below. Fill out the application. See if you're ready to join CPM, because if you are, I think by the end of it, you're going to be in a completely new space with over 100 new filmmakers.
Yeah.
All doing the same thing as you guys are, and finding networking in our private circle community, which is a banger spot. We have a ton of people who work together now. Yeah. We love it. Otherwise, that was it, y'all. Appreciate you guys for joining in and checking out the Unfold podcast as always. We'll see you in the next one.
Hopefully you like the ladder analogy. Think about where you are on that ladder. If you guys like this episode, comment friends.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Friends, space, colon, close bracket.
We love you guys for watching all the way through.
Thank
and
you.
dropping that comment. It means a lot to us.
That's it.
Friends, see you guys.
Peace.
Chaotic.